In a world where every company out there has a streaming service. Sorry, I said that wrong. In a world where every company has its own subscription streaming service, who's going to be the winner? That's the question here. Today we're going to be looking at the battle between Netflix, obviously the king, as it were, of streaming at the moment, and in the previous past as well, I would say Netflix takes the crown, but Disney's coming in and starting their Disney Plus, and we need to find out if Disney Plus is going to be the Netflix killer. Start off with a brief overview before we get into news relating to this. We're just going to take a quick look here. Obviously, Netflix stock getting hammered lately. As you see here, down 21% since June, end of June. If we get more specific, we can see what might have happened here. So starting the 17th, it was their most recent earnings report. We'll get into more news on that later. But obviously you can see they shot down since that. So pretty much the stock's been very bumpy after the announcement of Disney Plus as well. In the meantime, we're going to look here at Disney stock. So they announced Disney Plus here back in April. Obviously, a lot of excitement from investors. This is a stock that's been stagnant, absolutely stagnant for a long period of time there. You see from 2015 to 2019, down 6%, literally no movement. And then just previously, if we look year to date, we're up 26%. So a lot of that's just due to this jump right here. As you can see, the announcement of that streaming service brought a lot of hype for investors. So what exactly is Disney Plus? So Disney Plus, the base will start at $6.99 per month, obviously cheaper than Netflix already, which is pretty significant. The fact that they are able to undercut Netflix and they're pulling all their programming off Netflix that already exists, everything they own from both Marvel and the Disney brand as well. And they're also doing some new exclusive shows as well that are produced by them. So every Marvel series that was on Netflix will be moving over now to Disney Plus instead, as well as any Disney movies and Marvel movies as well. So that's going to already, at a minimum, bring a lot of people over to the streaming service because they're going to want to watch. People love rewatching old Disney movies. Obviously their new series they make too. If you've actually tuned into any of those, they're very well produced, very well acted. Everything about them is fantastic, especially those Marvel series. Anything with the Disney name is honestly just amazing. They're, in my opinion, just the king of consumer media. They just produce nothing but hits, in my opinion. So on top of this $6.99 per month, they offer an annual option of $69.99. That's funny, but good deal, obviously. Ends up saving you 2 months worth of subscription. That's exciting. If you buy the annual deal, which I know a lot of people probably already are planning on it, and I personally, just from personal talks, I know a lot of people plan on buying Disney Plus, and a lot of people are going to be planning on this streaming bundle that they're offering. So not only is it Disney Plus, but it's ESPN Plus and Hulu as well. So Hulu by itself is already $10 a month. ESPN Plus is somewhere $6 or $7 a month, and they're combining it all for $12.99 a month. My gosh, this is one heck of a deal, to be honest with you. And I think it's very smart because ESPN Plus wasn't really gaining much traction. So what they did was they decided to bundle it now, so that way people do get that benefit, and they are going to pay more for it. As well as Hulu, now that they're majority owner of Hulu, they're offering it to their customers now for this discounted price. So honestly, this Disney Plus streaming bundle deal is a fantastic deal. It'll get you a lot of live content. So the question is, what kind of stuff do they have? So here we got a little bit of garbage ad. So obviously they're going to be starting these Disney movies, Captain Marvel, Avengers, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, Frozen 2, Lion King, Toy Story 4. All these newer movies are going to be on there. And a huge series coming out that they're doing. A Disney series. It's a Star Wars series called The Mandalorian. It's going to be huge for them, absolutely. And the trailer is out now. If you've seen it, if you're a fan of Star Wars, this is wonderful. It looks fantastic. It looks like very well acted. Special effects look on point. I think it's going to be very fantastic. I think it's going to be very good. As well as 3 new live-action Marvel shows based off of Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk. That's pretty exciting. Everyone's always wanted a She-Hulk movie. I mean, I don't know about you, but obviously I have. Everyone loves the She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and obviously Ms. Marvel. We all love these. It's gonna be huge, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see exactly what they do. Obviously, since they recently bought Fox, they're gonna have these Fox assets as well. It's gonna be fantastic. ABC programming. So that'll be things like, obviously you see here, Grey's Anatomy, Modern Family, 2 of the most popular shows people watch nowadays. People still love Grey's Anatomy. Marvel movies, obviously. The newer Iron Man, as well as the new Thor that's coming out. Fantastic. Everyone's going to be excited about that. A huge thing is going to be Rogue One. I got to be honest. Obviously, it's an older movie, but it's like pretty much the Avengers for Star Wars. Rogue One was my favorite Star Wars movie out there. I'm very glad to be able to see this. So, starting day 1, though, they're going to have The Mandalorian, Forky Asks a Question, Toy Story spinoff, Spark Shorts, which is an animation, Marvel's Hero Project, High School Musical, love it. Series, can't wait, gotta love it. Encore, Imagineering Story, and the list goes on and on and on. Movies now, Lady and the Tramp. It's gonna be super excited. So there's gonna be a bunch on this platform, and it's gonna take a lot of people away from Netflix, in my opinion. I think if you're looking at between the two stocks, I'm 100% going Disney over Netflix. My only thing to consider here, when looking at this, is going to be that Disney is going to be in a little bit of a bind in terms of profit for, I think, a little bit. You saw that with Netflix when they were starting up too, when they just weren't making a profit at all. A lot of it is because they're offering such a good price for this in order to, beat Netflix in terms of pricing. I think they're going to be losing some money to begin with while they're still building that brand. Once they get it all built, and obviously Netflix had to increase their price as well from their original what they were offering. So will Disney do it? Probably at some point, but they also have a lot of cash reserves just due to obviously their parks business, their normal media business, everything they have going on, especially the acquisition of Fox. So I think overall earnings per share is going to be a little bit low for the upcoming quarters. I think once Disney Plus comes out here in a couple months, it's going to be fantastic for them once they get that base built up. I know a lot of people are already planning on going for it, canceling their cable subscriptions and going straight to Disney. So how do I know that Disney's already having an effect here? Well, how about let's get into that earnings report. So the company actually lost U.S. subscribers, which is the first time since 2011 that it's actually lost U.S. subscribers. Lost 130,000 subscribers, which is a significant amount. This is a company that's been consistently growing, and the fact that they lost is pretty significant. And on top of that, they only halved their goal of global subscriber gain, actually. So instead of 5 million that they said they would add, or projected at least, they got 2.7 million only, which obviously was why the stock got hammered, and there's a good reason for it. They just completely missed. I think there's a couple reasons for it. I'm going to say, from my personal expectation, obviously they are losing a lot of programming, And a lot of this is due to every company owning their own streaming service. And Netflix just doesn't have the original content, I wouldn't think, to stay in the business as is. But companies like NBC, ABC, they're all having their own streaming services. So The Office, Friends, they're no longer going to be there, which are two of the most watched television shows that are on the platform of Netflix, and they're getting taken away. So at this point, it just looks like they're just going to have to rely on their original content. And their original content library is honestly very slim. They only have a few, in my opinion. I think they've had a few good movies for sure. I wouldn't say that they have a ton. I think there's a lot of garbage Netflix original movies. They have some garbage comedy specials, a couple good. A lot of them are really bad. As well as some original shows like Stranger Things. I think is their main boon right now, and even that, it's getting old at this point. Obviously, 3 seasons in, there's only so much more they can do with that. So they're gonna need some original content if they want to stay. I'm scared for the future of Netflix. I think they might hang around. They're just gonna really need to expand that content library. Right now, Disney's got them beat. If we're going head to head, once Disney gets going, Disney's going to beat down Netflix over this next year, and Netflix is going to have to adapt their business model to see how they can change. So that's my opinion. I'm going to say Disney is a buy at this point. Netflix is a stock I'd stay away from for a while until they decide to reevaluate their business. I think Disney Plus could kill Netflix. As crazy as that might be to say. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.